Today we're going to do a DCC installation in an Athearn RTR GP50 right now. What you're going to need first is a cheap metal baking pan with raised edges and a piece of foam that you can set your locomotive in, so when you remove screws and stuff they don't go flying or rolling off the table and lost in the abyss of the floor. Here we have the locomotive shell, or the frame, with the shell already removed. Now this is an early Athearn RTR, so it is not DCC ready. It is basically just an Athearn blue box. So we're going to need to make this DCC ready. We have now removed the original 1.5 volt light bulb for the headlight that was attached to the frame and picking up power from the frame. Actually, I believe it's a 12 volt light bulb. The next step is to remove this long piece of metal that connects the positive pickup on the motor to the positive rail that picks up the trucks. So that's as simple as lifting it up gently, making sure to not remove that copper piece or the brush springs will go flying. The next step is to modify the motor pickups to isolate them from the frame. In order to isolate the motor from the frame, we must first remove the motor from the frame by unscrewing these 4 screws that hold the motor through the motor mounts to the frame. The next step is to remove the worm gear retaining clips on the top of each truck so that the drive shaft and the worm gear can lift out to remove the motor from the frame. To do this, you'll need to use a mini precision screwdriver to gently pry the gear retainer clips off. In reality, you only need to remove one of the gear clips, and then you can lift out the worm gear and remove the motor. With the motor removed, you can see here let me get it so you can see. You can see a shiny part of the frame. That's where the negative contact for the motor to pick up from the frame was. So we need to put electrical tape over that and modify the bottom clip for the motor. To do this, we're going to use Kapton tape. Now once you have the tape down, you're going to want to burnish it in to make it stick really well with the end of a hobby knife or some other blunt object. Okay, now we've got the Kapton tape in the frame to isolate the negative contact of the motor from the frame. We'll set the frame aside and start on the motor. So as you can see, the negative motor clip has these two prongs that stick up that contacted the frame where he put the Kapton tape to pick up from the negative track rail lead, and the electric was fed through these contacts to the negative brush on the motor. So we'll need to carefully remove the bottom negative contact plate, being careful to not let the brushes and the brush spring go flying. So now that we've got the negative motor lead clip removed, what we'll need to do is bend down these contacts to make it flush with the rest of the clip, and then solder the gray negative motor lead to the bottom of this clip here. Okay, we now have our negative motor clip modified and a gray wire for the negative on the decoder. Okay, this motor is now DCC ready and is ready to install back into the frame. Stay tuned next week as we install the decoder. And now it's time for the Featured Friday Channel of the Week. The Featured Friday Channel of the Week this week is TSG Multimedia. Host John Batacola is a great guy, and he has many videos ranging anywhere from chasing trains, the layout tours, DCC installations, and N-Scale Fridays. I'll have a link to John's channel in the description of the video below. I strongly encourage you to head over to his channel, check out a couple videos, and if you like them, please subscribe to his channel.